What is up, YouTube, and welcome to this mega big video. So there is so much stuff out today, or at least last night, that I didn't have the chance to cover, and I want to talk about the insane return of Star Trek Discovery, which, like I said, was freaking insane. So if you're new to the channel, if you're joining us for the first time, please do hit that like, please do hit that subscribe. I cover all of the cult media, all of it. It's huge. So this is, we've had the TCA Winter 2018 conference and panel for the CW, and quite a few other shows as well. I've already covered the stuff with Legion and Gifted, but here we've got some stuff which is really awesome. So we've actually got some stuff from the CW Arrowverse, so we learned quite a lot. So first of all, let's jump in with Supergirl. So Supergirl is having somewhat of a strange and peculiar schedule, considering the fact that it's back for a couple of weeks, then Legends of Tomorrow takes its time slot, Legends of Tomorrow wraps up, and then we finish up with Supergirl. One fragmented timeline of Supergirl there, which I find incredibly odd. But not to worry, because at least we're getting more Supergirl, which is pretty awesome. Now, a lot of people were wondering why this was actually delayed and why this was going on. Now, we did presume that it was due to the fact that we had the allegations about Andrew Kreisberg. Now, Andrew Kreisberg was the EP of quite a few of these shows in the Arrowverse, and, well, he had written a good chunk, a good majority of The Flash and Supergirl. Now, The Flash, which does actually do better, so that's why that wouldn't be in jeopardy, but it's returning for quite a big schedule. Now, the reason why Supergirl is not returning as the same as Arrow and as well The Flash is because they had a big production schedule mind melt. So if we'll cast our minds back to just before Christmas, we actually had the Crisis on Earth X. So Crisis on Earth X was a massive production, and the show's creators, all of them, even the actors, said that it was a humongous production, getting all of these characters, all these actors, to not only come and film one episode, but they had to film their main shows as well. So you just got to imagine how big this actually is. Really, just having 3 or 4 shows cross over together is huge, and it's a 4-night crossover as well. So that's 4 episodes, and everyone's in each one. So it's a real fluid movement of each character and story. So you haven't got a specific Arrow episode or things like that. It's just Arrow in name only. So that is, they knew, and we actually had as well the word come from TCA that, well, they knew they were going to be doing these many shows. They weren't going to have like 5 superhero shows on at once, which is what we've got with Black Lightning, but more in that in a sec. So Supergirl is, and Legends as well. Let's not forget that Legends is fragmented and returning later as well. Production schedules, I imagine, of Supergirl and Legends took a hit. Maybe they prioritise flagship shows like Arrow, which doesn't do that well, but it's still a flagship show. And as well, Flash, which does the best out of all of the shows. So poor old Supergirl has taken a hit here. Now, we've also, keeping on the theme of Supergirl here, we've actually had Mon-El's outfit revealed, and it doesn't really look that good. I'm not really a big fan of it, to be honest. It's just essentially the outfit similar to what he had when he was at the DEO. It was just like a jumpsuit kind of military tactical outfit, and it looked really lame. I really didn't like it, to be honest. I wasn't a fan of that. We wanted the full suit. When he becomes a superhero, Valor, we want the proper suit, the red suit and things like that. But maybe we will actually get that, because we have some sort of clips here, which means we possibly might actually get this. So we might get that in the future, which would be very interesting and cool to see. But he's taken on the badge, the sigil of House L, because, well, that's where his kind of inspiration came from, and that's what inspired the Legion of Superheroes as well. So quite big stuff there for this. The Mon-El suit, yeah, it looks okay. Not really that that fussed by it. But we've had some rumours that Rain may actually kill Satin Girl, which, no, I can't really see that happening because Satin Girl is a very, very high profile member of the good old Legion of Superheroes. So it's just, I can't see that. However, they do want to ship Mon-El and Supergirl, although she's going to get freaky with Brainiac. So there is that as well. So we don't know completely what's happening. But maybe Satin Girl will fall if they don't carry on the Legion of Superheroes storyline past this season. Now, let's move on to Black Lightning. Now, Black Lightning is not in the Arrowverse. It's been confirmed finally, fully, and read my lips, it's not in the Arrowverse. And the reason is, it's low-key indicated the fact that the rest of the shows are a bit too kind of, how can I put it, not fitting with their theme, to use a kind of economical, kind of a nice term there. And I can see this is focused on kind of social justice, crime, and everything like that. It's kind of what Arrow was focused on early on, but they've moved away from the kind of social justice part of Arrow and moved him into just basically Batman Light. So that's why it's not going to be in the Arrowverse, because they have, or actually have something to say about the current timeline, which is a bit similar to Supergirl. So Supergirl also says that, but they've kind of removed the LGBT storyline somewhat there as well. So the shows will be renewed as well. They're very, very optimistic about them being renewed. We know that Stephen Amell is signed up for season 7, and they actually mentioned that a few of these actors are signed beyond this season as well. So they're going to get renewed without a doubt. They're not doing particularly really badly to be cancelled, apart from possibly Arrow, which isn't doing that well, and Supergirl isn't lighting up, but I believe that these are also doing better than most shows on the CW as well. So there is that, but they're pretty much going to get renewed. Now, moving on to the MCU. So we've got Michael Pena and, of course, Chris Hemsworth. They are in a movie together, and they've actually been doing the press rounds for this movie. And Michael Pena has revealed something, the fact that, well, he likes being in the MCU, which makes sense. It's a very, very big payday. And he really wasn't in Ant-Man that much, but he was also going to be in Ant-Man and the Wasp. And he's mentioned that he doesn't know if he'll be back for the third one. Now, this hints towards a third Ant-Man movie, which basically confirms that Ant-Man, Scott Lang, is going to survive beyond this movie. So he's going to survive beyond Infinity War and Avengers 4. Now, Chris Hemsworth has also said that he wants to return for Thor. He's wrapped up his contract. He's not contractually obliged to be in any Marvel movies beyond this. All the actors signed a massive contract at the start of their term, and, well, they are now wrapping this up, which led to a lot of us thinking that they would change quite a lot. But they now have a hell of a lot of movies. They've planned about 20, and then you've got the X-Men coming in as well, and Deadpool, and Fantastic Four. So, what we're going to see here is Chris Hemsworth has said that he wants to return for Phase 4, which is big because, well, we know that maybe Chris Hemsworth is actually going to survive. He didn't have to say that. He could have just been coy, but we know that now that Thor is going to survive, which means he's going to lead Asgard. We will see him possibly move on. He's got his axe as well. He's got his axe from the comics that he has at the moment, when now Jane Foster is currently Thor, which is just really, really weird. And later down the line, we actually see Thor face Galactus when he is the All-Father Thor way, way, way in the future. He actually faces Galactus, which is pretty big as well. So what I'm seeing here is the fact that we will actually see Chris Hemsworth go off and actually join the Guardians of the Galaxy, and that's how the kind of interplanetary ones will actually form. And he said that he loved what he's doing, which means that they'll probably move him more towards the Guardians, especially after Infinity War, as he's technically joined them, and that is what's going to happen. Maybe that's how we will be introduced to the Silver Surfer and Galactus. However, that is it for this video. Please drop a like, please do subscribe, and I'll see you soon, and goodbye.